Hi, welcome to Veritas Podcast number 2. I want to continue where I left off last time with the definition of classical Christian education, which I said it was theological depth and classical breadth completely integrated. Classical Christian education is the integration between the classical side and the Christian side, which are both biblical. So let me explain that a little more in depth today. How's it more biblical? The classical side and the Christian side, both are Christian basically. So the Christian side, which is the theological depth or the vertical dimension, if you will, it's our relationship with God and our dependence on God to have a relationship with Him, to be inspired by Him, to receive His spiritual guidance. We are guided by Him. Without His personal, living Holy Spirit guiding us through His Word, we cannot learn properly because we are fallen sinners. And so we need a daily living walk with our God. And our children need that as well. The classical side of this education is in the natural world, right? Whether it is through nature or through history or through observation, it's what we study, right? And that's also biblical too, because God created the whole world and God expects us to study Him through the natural things. So the whole point about the integration between the classical and the Christian is that the only way we can find God and find His ways and His purpose and all the wonderful things that He wants to show us, that we need both sides. We need His spiritual guidance. We need His Word to open our eyes. And at the same time, we need to study the actual things as they are, as God has created them to be. You can think of it this way. The spiritual dimension is for opening our eyes, the frame with which we look at things, as well as the goal, the direction, because by ourselves, we are not going to know exactly for what purpose we will study, or we will come up with our own purposes. And the means is the tools of learning, whether it's language or science or literature. We're going to study these things. Those are the means. And we need God's help every step of the way to discover God's truth, goodness, and beauty through the process of study. So there you have it. It's an integration of both the vertical dimension, the help of the living God, and the process of learning. That's the classical part. And there is the completely integrated classical Christian education.